Hey guys, what's going on? Eden476 here, bringing you the first video about my new PC build, which I completed about a couple of weeks ago. I love this thing to bits. It's done everything that I wanted to do. It's a brilliant gaming PC. Played everything I've thrown at it on Ultra with absolutely no lag, about 50 frames per second around about then. Obviously, you know, on high activity times, it may drop down the frame rates a bit, but never really any noticeable lag. So I've been very, very pleased with it so far. I've put it in a NZXT 3.0 Phantom, which is the full tower case. This was about 99 quid from Amazon, which is absolutely brilliant. It is a bit more, you do pay a bit more for it, but it does have its advantages. It comes with two stock 120mm fans, intake fans, on the side panel here. It comes with its own 200mm fan at the top from NZXT. These have blue LED lights in. It comes stock with that. It's very, very nice indeed. I don't know if you can see, but in the back there, it has. There we go. It has a 120mm fan outtake fan from NZXT as well, which is very, very nice indeed. It comes with a power button, reset button, a power light, and then an HDD light for your when it's just transferring memory. It has an eSATA port on the front, a USB 3.0 port, a USB 2.0 port, microphone, and audio jacks as well. And as well, with its own, with this case, comes its own fan controller. And I basically just plug up all the fans on the chassis case, and you can basically, using these little dials here, don't know how well you can see them on this, but using these little dials, you move them up and down, and that basically shows how much of an RPM, basically tells the fan how much of an RPM to run at. So upwards, some 1000 RPM, downwards runs at about, don't know, about 100. That's for the front fan. You can't really see a difference on this camera because the quality isn't brilliant, but it definitely does make a difference. I normally just keep them all on full, just because I don't see why you would need it any lower, but it's a very nice touch. Anyway, I will open up the case and show you what is inside. Oops, bear with me. There we go. Right. Oops. I'll break my side panel. Okie dokie. So, I'm just going to turn on my lamp actually, just get a bit more light in there. There we go. Right. My case, or my whole build, is situated on my motherboard at the back, and that is an Asus P8Z77V motherboard. About 128 quid from Amazon. Brilliant buy. It's sort of the mid-range. It's got a bit of everything really. Doesn't excel in anything, but doesn't have really any weaknesses either. So a great build for great buy for first-time PC builders such as myself. For my CPU, I have an Intel Core i5-3570K quad-core Ivy Bridge processor, which I have not overclocked. I've kept them stock at 3.4 GHz, but that's absolutely fine. It has never needed to do anything more, so I'm probably just going to leave it at that, just because I don't really know what I'm doing in terms of overclocking. I have my two DIMMs of 4GB RAM from Corsair. That's on dual channel memory running through my motherboard. That was absolutely fantastic. Very quick, just about the right amount of RAM, very inexpensive, so a great buy indeed. My heatsink fan here, which is from Zalman, which is very cheap actually, it's about 15 quid. That was the CNPS5X cooler series, and that has been very effective. A bit annoying to get on, but otherwise okay. For my graphics card, I have my HD Sapphire 7770 overclocked edition. That was, for the price you pay for it, it definitely gives outstanding performance. I've got it on HDMI output currently to my monitor, and I haven't experienced any frame rate issues with any games running on full settings. So, you know, it's on Far Cry 3 and all the latest titles, so it's definitely a good card for the price you pay. For my power supply, or my PSU, I have a 600 watt CX series from Corsair. A bit expensive, but for your power supply you do want to be paying that little bit extra just in case something goes wrong with your power supply into it, because you don't want electrical current going through and frying all your components that you've just paid hundreds of pounds for. So yes, definitely a great power supply. It isn't modular, unfortunately, but I've managed to sort of, well, with these cables I haven't, because I've had to plug them into various different things, but most cables I try and route them through the back, and this case comes with its own sort of cable management system, so I'm able to sort of neaten that up slightly. For my hard drive, I have a Seagate Barracuda 500GB hard drive. which is very good actually. It's a very quick drive. It writes and reads very quickly, so I'm thoroughly quite pleased with that, and it's been relatively inexpensive. And then in my drive bay door, I have my Asus DVD writer and reader, which is a nice little addition there. So generally in terms of the hardware for my case, that's about it. There are a couple more things I want to put on this video though. This little blue cable, this cable with all the little blue lights running along it, was something I added a couple of days ago. It is the blue LED 2-meter lighting kit from NZXT. It comes with its own little power module here, which you can turn it on and off and adjust the brightness. And basically it just features a load of blue LED lights which light up your case and make it look very nice, and because it adds this little blue glow to the front as well. Like I mentioned at the start, it comes with 320mm fans and one 200mm fan stock, but I personally have installed a 140mm fan in this front grill here just to help with the intake. It's not required because it runs really cool anyway, but I thought, you know, you've got the extra space, you might as well use it. So I've installed that there, relatively easy to install. Unfortunately it didn't come with the screws that I wanted it to, but luckily my case came with the screws for it, luckily. So I was pretty lucky with that, but generally on the whole, if I didn't have them I would have had to order them myself, which would have been a bit frustrating, but not too painful indeed. But anyway guys, this is my PC. I purchased this all for about 640 quid. And retail, if you bought one from say Dell with about this sort of hardware, it would be about 900 to £1,000. So definitely worth building it yourself, because you know it's quite an enjoyable experience building it yourself as well. It sort of allows you to sort of find out yourself what sort of makes up a computer, and it's quite interesting really. And my monitor is given to me for free by my auntie. Thank you, auntie. Which is brilliant. And yeah, like I said, it's a brilliant gaming PC, and overall very chuffed with it. I'll be bringing out a video soon with all the different parts of me building it through the test boot outside the case, putting it into the case and going through all the components and what they did. But that will be, I'm still editing that, so that will be in a couple of days time. Thanks for watching guys, please comment, rate, subscribe, and cheers.